I would like to thank my new patrons Scorpio, Chelsea, Rafi, Andrew, and Malika. I don't even have a funny accent to do for this thank you because I've never had this many patrons to thank in one video. So I just really appreciate all the growth I've had over this month. If you'd like to join, of course, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much. Hello everyone, my name is Happy Black Legends and thank you so much for clicking on this video. We are not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. Anyways, today I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about styles and trends that were once considered ghetto that are now sort of popular and now no longer considered ghetto. I mean, a lot of these things in many, well, if you're my skin tone, they're still considered ghetto, but if you're not, maybe they're not. But this is not a conversation that is solely focused on cultural appropriation. And cultural appropriation is something that I was there when the conversation first started, right? And so I've watched the conversation grow and gain more traction. Cultural appropriation is something that has so much nuance, right? And it's a very kind of difficult thing. In my opinion, if you wear box braids, I think you're stupid and I think you look ridiculous. And yes, in my opinion, you are appropriating a culture that you don't really have place to take part in if you're not black, right? But in other instances, it's a very nuanced thing. There are cultures where they appreciate people dressing in their custom dressage and appreciate things like that. So I think it's important to listen to communities in particular, but this isn't a video that is solely focused on cultural appropriation because ghetto does not equal black. It doesn't. However, a lot of these styles have been popularized by black people, and some of the things I'm going to be talking about in this video are specifically to the black community. Now that wigs are normalized, does that actually make my life easier? Not really. There's still a huge cultural difference between me wearing a wig and someone who is not black and dark skinned wearing a wig. And there's still different expectations and standards set on black people. Also, I haven't uploaded a public video in 4 days, which I know that doesn't sound like a long time to not upload a video publicly, but for me that is. So I do apologize for that, but I have been working my ass off on creating exclusive content. So my patrons have been getting content, and I just uploaded a video that's over an hour long that my patrons now have access to. I will be publishing this video publicly, so if you don't want to subscribe to the Patreon, don't worry, you will eventually get the video. But if you don't want to wait a week to see the video, then I suggest checking the links down below. So let's get into it. The first trend, the first ghetto trend that I've noticed has become so popular now is the Champion brand. Maybe this wasn't always considered ghetto, I don't know, but in my life and in my history, I got made fun of for wearing Champion and New Balance. And so it's really weird to now see influencers and people rocking Champion. It's just weird how this Walmart-esque brand turned into sort of a high-end athleisure company. I just think it's so weird. Part of this, I honestly think, is nostalgia because there's sort of this 90s Y2K early 2000s nostalgia era that we're sort of going through right now. And part of this I also think is a rise in athleisure wear. Champion 10 years ago, Champion did not have the cred that it has now. It really didn't. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what they did. I don't know whose pocket they got into, but they did something because now I see everyone wearing Champion and it's just really funny how that happens, So speaking of Champion, the next thing, now this low-key does bother me. I'm not even gonna lie. Slides. And this is actually not a new thing. This is something that I noticed 4 or 5 years ago sort of get more popular, but slides. I don't understand. How? In my world, slides were always the shoes for the men in your family to wear, and you would put them on for when you wanted to go get trash or ice cream. That's my life. That's my experience with slides. And I'll never forget seeing I think it was the Gucci or Louis Vuitton slides, and when I saw those, I got filled with rage. I don't know why. I just got filled with so much anger. I was like so angry. I was literally like livid. And it's just one of those things again where it's like, I don't know. I thought it was so weird to see all these like luxury brands come out with slides and try to like rep them. It's just this weird thing that I've noticed in the past 5 years, and it confuses me, and it really does. The next thing, wigs. Not just wigs. Baby hair, do-rags, bonnets. Let's just talk about black hair care and the way y'all have leached onto the entire damn thing. Wigs. Now, the black women are not the only people that wear wigs. Asian women wear wigs, white women wear wigs, everyone fucking wears wigs, everyone wears extensions. This isn't like news. However, it's only black women that get dragged for wearing wigs. It's only black women that you try to pull off her wig in public to publicly embarrass and shame her. That's a different video, that's a different topic. I'm not even gonna get into it. But I just think it's interesting that once the Kylie Jenners, like, because the reason I put this on the list is because I remember a few years ago, I can't remember if it was Kylie or Kenner or whomstever, one of the KKKs. One of them was like, once I started wearing wigs, it became this whole thing. Honey, sit down. Please, sit down. Sit down. Please. Please. You are late to the game, bitch. You're like fucking 100 years. I mean, fuck it. The British people were doing it before you, the Brits. So you're late to the game, cunty. I don't know what. Sit down. My God. Baby hair. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. For real. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That's all I can say. I can't even say anything else because every time I see someone, okay, just stop it. Just stop it. Do-rags. Now this isn't like white boys, especially like white boys have worn do-rags for a hot minute. Okay, this isn't like a new thing, but I've noticed like this TikTok trend with you have all these fucking Chet Hank like wannabes getting on TikTok with a do-rag talking about wanting a chocolate bitch. Sit down, you crusty mayo milk carton man. Sit down and take the do-rag off. Sit down. I've already mentioned it, but if you're not black and you wear box braids, dreads, you look stupid. You look stupid. I personally think you are racially ignorant. Yes, I do. And I think you look stupid. If you want to wear it, but you look stupid. And we're all laughing at you. We are all laughing at you. Everyone is laughing at you. You look dumb. Also, your hair can fall out. Fun fact about black hair, it's really thick. Our hair, it's not built like everyone else's. Our hair can withstand intense amounts of pressure and all sorts of things that we do to our hair. Our hair can sustain that. Your hair that's susceptible to gravity cannot sustain that. Your hair can fall out from weaves and from braids and shit. It can. So if you don't care about looking stupid, and if you don't care about being perceived as a racist, well, maybe you'll care about your hair falling out because you look dumb. The last thing on my list, I think this is actually a good thing, and this is long nails. Now, I personally reside under the rainbow. Also, I have like anxiety and I scratch really bad. Actually, my nails are way too long for me now. I scratch myself in my sleep. When I get nervous, I scratch. It's like a nervous tick kind of thing. And I have scratched myself to the point of bleeding before. So I tend to keep my nails short, but I've always loved like nail art, and I've always admired the women who like keep their nails did and do it all. I've always thought it was an art. I've always thought it was an art. So in a way, this has like pleased me, seeing it rise in popularity, seeing more, especially like, cause okay, let's have this conversation, okay? Because I'm from SoCal, and a lot of Vietnamese women are nail artists, and it makes me really happy to see them and other black women and other women of color getting work, staying booked up. That pleases me. So I'm really happy, and I feel like in a way nail art has finally earned like some respect that it was previously lacking. Does that make sense? Maybe this is just my perception of the matter, but I feel like nail art was always associated with ghetto black women, and then there was the whole like racist, like, you know, Asian thing that people would talk about when it would, the whole racist like Asian energy that people had towards the Vietnamese women who were doing their nails and shit like that. So I'm happy to see this trend sort of take off, to be honest. It's actually pleased me. But I just wanted to have a fun little video talking about like trends that I've noticed, you know, sort of grow past the communities that they were once held in. And like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, one could say that this is a good thing for the people of those communities because, like I mentioned just now, you're having more of those people get recognized and get paid for their work. But in another way, I do feel like some of these people unfortunately do go, you know, without recognition, and that's just as bad. So, I don't know. The slides thing baffles me the most. The slides and the baby hair. I don't know. And I'm not saying that if you're not black, you can't wear slides. Like, let's not get it twisted. I'm just saying I think it's so weird how something that was like inherently black, like at least for me, I mean, I can't even tell you how shocked I was when I went to the store and saw like $50 slides for the first time. I can't tell you how weird of a feeling that is. Like something that's so associated with like not that to now all of a sudden gain this like luxurious like thing. And it's just weird. If you've liked this video, please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 10K subscribers by the end of 2021. I'm hoping that happens for me, so if you liked this video, please subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about my comments. Let me know what you guys thought about this video in general. I would love to hear. As always, a huge thank you to my sponsor of this video, which are my patrons, my YouTube members, and everyone who's donated on my Ko-fi. I cannot believe that I actually have received Ko-fi donations. I was not expecting to get like a single donation, and the fact that I've already gotten 3, like, thank you guys. That's like really, really nice, really sweet. Thank you. As always, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, y'all. Bye.